Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about this PC console peasant war type thing again. My older video didn't do very good. I got not mostly dislikes, I got 2 more likes than I did dislikes, but if you believed in that, then if you believed in my shitty ass video, then I mean like cool, but I mean like it was a pretty shitty ass video. I had no idea what I was talking about. 5 months ago, I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. I basically, most of the comments are saying, I've just pulled shit out of my ass, and I just started fucking blasting that shit. So, I'm going to be talking about consoles today, PC, Xbox Play Anywhere, not my rival, but just somebody that I hate overall, JTech TV. I'm going to be talking about the specs of consoles. I'm going to be reading the comments, and I'm going to be showing my best PC build list that I'm going to be getting for in November/December-ish. It's the best bang for your buck in terms of money. It's got some pretty good hardware in there, so hopefully y'all stay tuned towards the end to see what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm talking about how you can get a better experience on PC. So if you got the right hardware, you know what you're doing with your overclocking, and you know how to use the NVIDIA control panel, then you can get a pretty good experience out of your PC. You don't have a very good PC in terms of gaming, but if it is customizable and upgradable, then I personally, if I were you, I'd upgrade right now, because gaming, like the industry right now, is at its height. It can never get better. It can never be better than this. It's the gaming industry is pretty good. Like the only thing that there's a problem with in the hardware department in the gaming builds are the graphics cards, because crypto miners are buying all of them out, which is not very good. We saw stuff like this last year, 2 years ago with Bitcoin. So all the AMD and NVIDIA GPUs went up in price. It was ridiculous. Now you can't buy any AMD GPUs anymore because they're always selling out. AMD Vega just dropped and they're all sold out already. So that's why in my build I have a GeForce card. But I personally, if you're running on a budget and you need some decent graphics performance, I would buy 1050 Ti. 1050 Ti and a Intel i5 or the Ryzen 5 or even a Ryzen 3 or a Pentium can do pretty decent in gaming. In terms of gaming, if you want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider, you're gonna get CPU bottlenecked with your Pentium, but the graphics card can be pushed to its limits, and you can do some pretty wacky stuff with a 1050. So, on to the next thing. Xbox Play Anywhere. Xbox Play Anywhere is basically eliminates Xbox exclusives. It basically eliminates the whole barrier of you have to own an Xbox to get these certain exclusives. And now Xbox Play Anywhere titles are coming on to PC. So we have Quantum Break on PC. Quantum Break isn't that great of a game, but I mean it's on PC now. You got Forza Horizon 3, which is on PC. You have some Forza games. We're gonna have maybe Halo come over to PC. We have Halo Forge, which is a free thing on PC. It's multiplayer only, it's Forge only, but I mean it's still a good thing to have because Halo on PC, fuck yeah. The only thing that's Halo-ish on PC is the bootleg Halo Online that Microsoft shut down years ago. People are still updating because they just want to add on to it. And I'm going to go back to talking about the PC. So if you want to get a PC, there's a lot of things you have to choose from. So determines on your budget. So if you're running on a $300, $400, $500 budget, you'll be probably getting not 800 gigabytes of RAM. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, I'm just trying to take this in one take because I'm recording on a stupid fucking recording software. So you're probably gonna roll with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive. Sorry, SSD. 1 terabyte SSD is pretty expensive. I don't think you'd ever get that. A Ryzen 5 maybe, a Ryzen 3 maybe, an Intel Pentium most likely, Ryzen 3 and Intel Pentium and i3s are kind of on par with the $500 budget. So that 1050 Ti, a $30 power supply maybe. You're not going to have enough headroom for like a $30-$40 case, so getting a $20 case is basically the go-to. You don't need to buy an OS. You can just basically get a thumb drive and then put the Windows operating system on there, and then just stick it in there and then download Windows on there. You'll have a watermark at the bottom, but still I think it's worth it to just have like a little watermark than have to buy $80 worth of software. So there's that. And if you're more in the $600, $700, $800-ish range, then the graphics performance can go up, the processor performance can go up if you want it to. You don't have to spend this much on a PC. Like I said, you can spend $500 on a PC, $500, $400, $300 on a PC, and still have a good experience. Like, you can still run Battlefield 1 at decent settings. You can still run like For Honor and all those games that are already on console at decent settings, so you can have a good experience on PC. So if you're going with the more expensive range budget, so like $1,000, $1,200, up in that range, then I would recommend getting a 1080 and a i7 if you want to, Ryzen 7 maybe, Ryzen 5, like the overclockable 6-core, I'd probably get that. Either that, or if you're gonna spend a couple of grand on a PC, just get a 1080 Ti, like, for real. It's cheaper than a Titan X, and it's better than a 1080, and it's only like $200 more. So, I mean, like, you're getting a whole almost like 4 gigabytes of VRAM more and a better clock speed on a 1080 Ti for 200 bucks more. It's a great deal. I would roll with that. For Xbox Play Anywhere, they're probably gonna add more games down the line. They're not just gonna have Xbox Play Anywhere and then quit it right there. If you just look up Xbox Play Anywhere, they probably have a list of games that are probably gonna be on Xbox Play Anywhere, and you can look up that and see what's gonna be on there, so you can have a good look at what you can get for PC. So I'm gonna be talking about JTech TV, also known as the PS4 fanboy that likes to over dramatize how good the PS4 is and how good the exclusive for the PS4 are. Uncharted is a decent game. I don't like the premise of Uncharted. It's a decent game. Crash Bandicoot, amazing. I grew up with Crash Bandicoot. I grew up with Sly Cooper. I grew up with all of those. With the PS2 classics. I grew up with those. It's just that I don't like the PS4 in a sense that I would drop my PC, drop my Xbox One, and just get a PS4. Like, I'm not gonna do that ever. And he's like, well, I make videos on PC. Okay, well, everybody makes videos on a PC unless you're like me right now and using Xbox Upload Studio to make a video about PCs. You might think that's hypocritical, but I mean, like, this is the only thing I got, so just to get my word out. And so right now, he was talking about how Rags got fake subscribers and fake views, which is totally not true. I am subscribed to Rags. I love his content. He is a great YouTuber. We'll link his YouTube channel in the description below. Totally go check him out. He's great at what he does. He is a great YouTuber. I'm not trying to fucking suck his ass or like basically kiss him on the fucking asshole, but I mean, like, he's a great YouTuber. I look up to him. He's amazing. Okay, so the specs of the consoles. Specs of the consoles are not amazing, but they are not like horrible either. Like in my older video, I was basically trashing on consoles. The only bad thing about consoles is that they are running on old hardware. they're running on old AMD Radeon hardware that is just trash, because old AMD hardware is never great. So, with the old APUs, they're not amazing. They do get the job done in a sense. It's just that if you want more performance and your games to look better, like Skate 3, even on the Xbox One, looks trash. Like it's in 480p. Like it sucks. If Skate 3 was only a fucking PC game, I'd be happy. I'd be satisfied for the rest of my life. So with that, the PS4 is decent at what it does. It's better than the Xbox One in a sense that graphically, it's better at graphics, like graphics performance than the Xbox One, which I totally get. It's better at running like Battlefield 4 and like Battlefield 1. That's why they have the exclusives and stuff first on the PS4 for Battlefield 1, or it's Xbox One. I forget. You'll have to correct me in the comments, and please do. I read all the comments. It's not like I have like thousands of comments every day that I can't go through. Like, you comment, I will definitely see it. I'll respond, I'll like it, I'll favorite it. If I favorite it and like it, it's mostly because you criticize me in a way that I agree with, and I can use towards a new video as like advice. So if you do comment and give me some advice, then I will definitely favorite that shit. Now I'm going to be talking about the comments of my old video, reading comments. Kind of bear with me here. I'm terrible at reading out loud, so if I say something wrong or I stutter, then just don't criticize me in the comments, because that's just shit that I don't want to be criticized on. I have a kind of a mental fucking, it's not like a mental disability, but I just fucking suck at reading out loud. So it's kind of my disability. This is a new comment. It came out, this comment came out 5 hours ago. This is a new comment. But I'm telling you right now, I've already read through all these comments. I'm just gonna read them off for you guys. Whatever this guy's saying has been said before. Multiple things that he's saying has been said before. So, poor man's rags right off the bat. That's been said before. Repeating yourself over and over again. That's been said before. Responding to an idiot. See ya, that's a stutter right there. Responding to an idiotic video my dead nan could debunk. That wasn't said before, but it's a new thing, I guess. I'll do my research is before the video, not in the video itself. That was said before. Going into detail about pointless shit, could have just called it a Dark Souls clone and been done with it. That was kind of said before, but you kind of went in detail with it. Keyboard and mouse are not more precise for games like Dark Souls. Actually, no, they are. Keyboard and mouse is kind of precise for everything. Like, I have Black Ops 2 on the PC, and it's a lot better. I get a lot more kills on PC than I do on the Xbox. Like, truly, I do. Referencing casual jokes from rags that were never meant to be memed. I didn't meme anything. Like, I'm a memer myself, and I didn't meme anything. Referencing casual no, I already said that. My video will get a massive amount of likes, dislikes / likes. How about you actually be realistic instead of retarded? I meant that in a way that, I would get more dislikes and likes compared to what I usually get. Because I usually get, like, 1 like, 1 dislike, no likes at all, no dislikes at all. Nothing. And this video got 10 likes, 8 dislikes, which is way above normal. I got like 130 views. That's way above my normal. I get like 30 views a video. An AMU, and that's just what I screwed up on the video, and I totally took this guy's advice. An AMU, aka APU, isn't an argument against the consoles, which I just said in this video. It's not an argument. It's decent hardware. It's decent hardware that gets the job done. But like I said, if you want something that's better performing, then you go to PC. That's what PC is all about. Better performing things. So isn't an argument against the consoles. What the fuck are you talking about? APUs aren't an argument. When AMD released their new Vega/Ryzen APUs, it will blow the consoles out of the water because it's not the APU that's the problem, it's the quality of the APU. Okay, so this is the thing with the Vega Ryzen APUs, is that if consoles were to use them, then one, the console would be hella fucking expensive. Period. That, and it would have to be older hardware for them to use it, because, like I said, the Xbox and the PS4 are using 8-year-old hardware. They're not using modern hardware that we can use in our PCs today. They're not using that. They're not, like, there's not going to be a GTX 1080 in the new Xbox One X. What I've heard is that it's checkerboard rendering, which I'm totally fine with. Like, checkerboard rendering is like another way to get 4K, basically. Which kind of makes some sense, because they're not going to hit 4K 60 FPS native on a console. That's just not going to work. Even if they did, then I'd just have to die right there and then. I'd have to be crucified on the spot. It's a problem with the quality of the APU, yeah, because the consoles have an 8-year-old APU. Comparing clock speeds between a fucking APU and your laptop CPU is beyond fucking retarded. Not the same architecture, not comparable IPC, nothing. It just shows that your astonishing lack of knowledge about anything you're talking about. Like I said, I am more well knowledgeable. I will not bring that shit up anymore. Like, I'm not gonna compare clock speeds whenever I can compare cores and other things. Like, let's just say, like, the Maxwell architecture in GPUs is totally different. Totally different. Like, the new, oh my fucking god, what is it? The new architecture in NVIDIA is way different from Maxwell. It's totally different. That's why the 980 Ti is still decently powerful. But if you're just gonna get dual 980 Ti's, then there's no point, because they're just so expensive now. I just saw myself hit that guy off the fucking carrier. That was pretty good. A gaming CPU isn't defined by clock speed at all. Stop being a retard. Like I said, I'm smart now. I don't bring that shit up anymore. There is kind of a such thing as a CPU. It's how many cores they have. So like Ryzen 7 has 8 cores. It's better for streaming and getting more cores available to your games. So let's just say like 4.0 gigahertz, 8 cores, and a new architecture of CPU that's better with like power consumption, and it's just better overall for performance. You have 4 cores, 4 or 6 pushed into your game. That's game only, right? And you have 2 handling your stream. So that's basically stream powerhouse right there. AMD is best for streaming right now. VRAM isn't a constant pausing between your sentences that just left you there instead of doing 5 minutes of editing in Audacity. Well, I was new to that. Audacity was a new thing for me. It was kind of a new thing to me. So I only used Audacity once for that video. I was like voice recorder. I searched up voice recorder on the internet, and Audacity was the first thing. So it was new to me. VRAM isn't anywhere near the important as the power of the GPU itself. Anyone who tells you is otherwise a moron. Yeah, I figured that out later on the line. Linus Tech Tips is a great channel to watch for that. Parts in a PS4 are not compatible with a PC. Yeah, what the fuck am I even talking about? Yeah, in that comment, yeah, I'm just basically being a retard. That's basically what describes me in that comment. I'm just being a fucking retard. Because, I mean, like, it's true that a PC wouldn't run on PS4 hardware. Like, it's especially made for that the PS4. Like, I don't think you can find an APU that's in the PS4 that you can probably put in a PC. Doesn't look like an APU would fit inside of a PC. Yeah, there is APUs for PCs, but it's just that the APUs in the PS4 and Xbox One are for that specific platform. Like, it's for that specific board. It's a lot different than just taking the APU out of a fucking Xbox and then trying to fit it in your damn motherboard. It's not how that works. Worst PC build instructions in the history of humanity. Yeah, I know that. I was whenever I didn't know shit about fucking PCs, so. Let's see here. All these diatribes off of a what the fuck is diatribes? Off of a chunk of video that rubs a Dark Souls clone in the face of PC gamers. Yeah, it's a fucking JTech TV video. We don't use damage control because we're better. First of all, you're not better than anyone. Your system is better than theirs. And second of all, how the fuck is that an argument? Could have pointed out it's a baseless accusation from him. Instead you went, nuh-uh, you do that. I never said, nuh-uh, you do that. I also suggest you don't call others thick. I didn't call fucking JTech TV thick. I highly doubt he's a thick man. When you know fuck all about hardware to the point where it's questionable why you ever even thought it was a good idea to make videos about it. This was whenever I thought I could rub on the rags bandwagon because I thought I was good enough, but I wasn't. I obviously didn't know shit about anything, so I shouldn't have done it. So thanks for reminding me the 40 fucking time. You have better performance. Not all PC gamers do. Most do, to be honest. A 1080 Ti has better graphics performance than an Xbox and a PS4. I'm telling you this right now. And better games is purely subjective, so both the points are idiotic beyond belief. Better games, we do have some better games. Like, I'm saying right now, Arma 3 and Arma 2 and Arma 1 are amazing games. Like, if you have ever tried them before, you will not regret it, period. Like, Arma 2 and Arma 3 and Arma 1 are pretty damn good games. So, you think what you want. Arma 1 and 2 are laughably bad quality, and Arma 3 is insanely clunky. None of those are AAA games. Actually, no. Bohemian Interactive is it's kind of a AAA title. AAA title studio. They're kind of a AAA title studio. I mean, like, I'm not saying that they are, but that's kinda it. While DayZ is one of the worst examples, you could actually know that was one of the best examples I could have used. DayZ is an amazing game. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's an amazing game. You come into my TeamSpeak server saying that DayZ is shit, you're gonna get roasted on so fucking bad. My entire TeamSpeak server plays that damn game. We met off of DayZ. I wouldn't have most of the friends I have now if DayZ didn't fucking exist. So, I mean, like, you say what you want, but DayZ is an amazing game. A shitty failed survival game that is in early access hell. Okay, well, Subnautica is in early access hell. It has been in early access for about 3 years. Same thing with, like, Stranded Deep. Stranded Deep died 2 years ago. Along with a lot of the other early access titles. A lot of the early access titles on the fucking on PC are dead because they just keep sitting in early access. Like Ark. Ark is pretty dead. Nobody wants to play Ark anymore because it requires a really beefy PC to play. For one, and two, because they added paid DLC onto an early access game. Their fucking company is money hungry. If you build a $500 PC and you can't run Arma and fucking DayZ, you must have built the shittiest build imaginable. Actually, no, Arma 3 is one of the most demanding games ever. If you build a $500 PC and it can run Arma, I don't know where you got your parts. You must have gotten your parts like 50% off. Because, seriously, for running Arma 3 and multiplayer, it'll just be constant stuttering in low FPS. And you can't have low FPS and stuttering in a game like that. It's combat situations. Something fucks up, then you're dead. Period. Like, you'll just get fucked up in the game. 23. A $500 PC will do 1080p high everything. Not everything. Not everything will be 1080p high. A lot of things will be 1080p high. It won't run The Division 1080p high. It'll probably run it at 1080p medium, but it won't run The Witcher 3 1080p high. It might, but it's not going to run 60 FPS. A decent average frame rate's around 60 FPS, so not every game will run 1080p high at 60 FPS. There's no way. Not every game for a $500 PC will run that way. Either you have not looked at almost a lot of titles that are demanding on Steam, or you just don't own Steam, fucking period. $1,000 PC will get you 4K 60 FPS. Everybody fucking knows that. Everybody knows that. Literally everyone knows that. And basically the comment that that has been said before him is basically saying the exact same thing. Arma 3 is AAA, but Nioh and Bloodborne are just rip-offs. Whenever I said Bloodborne was not a rip-off, I even looked up the software creator literally on video. I looked up the software creator while I was recording my audio, and I saw it's from Software. And I said, oh, okay, it's not a rip-off. But I looked up Nioh's software creator, and it's not. Nioh is a rip-off of Dark Souls. I'm telling you this right now. It is. It's just a PS4 exclusive for that's Dark Souls. And then this is talking about how he built himself a PC and he doesn't play on it more than he plays on his PS4 more than his he plays on his Xbox, not his Xbox. He plays on his PS4 Pro more than his fucking PC, which is a shitty thing. You should be playing on a PS4 Pro more than PC. You spend a shit ton of money on a PC, then you should play on that because you spent more on a PC than you did on a fucking PS4. That's just kind of dumb. That's just kind of wasting your damn money. You said it wouldn't be able to do anything at 4K 60. Hold on. And he said something about he got off of his PS4 Pro. Yeah, PS4 Pro. Yeah, it totally runs FIFA 17 at 4K 60 FPS. That's cool, but if my laptop had a 4K screen, so could mine. It could totally do that with ease. FIFA 17 is not a demanding game whatsoever. Like, I don't play it because it's a stupid game. Like, I hate FIFA. Period. It's a stupid game. It's not very demanding. The graphics on it are always shit. It's not great. I don't know why you're comparing the PS4 Pro's best performance to FIFA 17. Can it run The Witcher 3 at 4K? No. 4K 60 FPS, Witcher 3. No, it's not going to do that whatsoever. It doesn't even run the Rise of the Tomb Raider at 4K 60 FPS. And that was like kind of a bigger point on buying it, because Rise of the Tomb Raider was on, because the Tomb Raider game was on PS4. That was a bigger point in buying the fucking PS4 Pro. And the other comments are like, one of them's from my friend Ryan. One of them said, cool video. And I said, thanks much, took some time to make. One was my old friend, which is now he's my friend again now. Said your like to dislike ratio was pathetic, and that was at the beginning of like whenever I released it. And then my friend said, I think I have a problem with console games and systems. So he's a PC gamer, so he has a problem with consoles. So that's about it for the video. I got about a minute left, so I'll for my build that I'm building, I'm gonna have a Ryzen 5, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 1060, a $50, $40 motherboard. It's not a great motherboard, but it'll get the job done. A decent power supply, a $20 case that I'm just gonna spray paint, and modify myself with a hammer and fucking normal like tools, because I have that shit on standby. And basically about it for the build. I'm gonna link that shit in the below, linking everything down below. Go subscribe, join my Discord, follow me on Twitter.